Hello, friends. Today we will discuss one of the most important topics that worries all parents, teachers, and in general, everyone who deals with children. This is the psychology of children and their upbringing. In this video, I will tell you how upbringing affects the development of a child, and we will analyze the features of the psychology of children at different stages of their growth. If you want to better understand your children and help them grow up happy and confident individuals, stay with us. The importance of upbringing in child development. Upbringing is not just a set of rules and discipline. It is a process that shapes the personality of a child, his worldview, values, and attitude to the world around him. It is in childhood that the foundations of what a person will be like in adulthood are laid. It is important to remember that every action you take, every word you say to a child, leaves its mark on his mind. Therefore, upbringing is a huge responsibility that requires attention, patience, and most importantly, love. Stages of child development and psychology features at each stage. Let's look at the main stages of child development and the psychology features at each of them. Early childhood under 3 years old. The first stage is early childhood, from birth to about 3 years. This is the period when a child actively explores the world through feelings and emotions. He learns to walk, talk, and interact with the world around him. At this stage, it is very important to provide the child with a sense of security and love. Physical contact, such as hugs and touches, are very important for developing trust in the world. Parents need to be attentive to the needs of the child and try to respond to them with care and understanding. Preschool age from 3 to 6 years. The next stage is preschool age from 3 to 6 years. During this period, the child begins to show independence, is interested in the world around him, asks many questions, and actively develops physically. At this stage, it is important to develop their social skills, teach them to interact with other children and adults, and explain the concepts of right and wrong. Preschool age is a time of games that help a child better understand themselves and the world around them. Games also contribute to the development of imagination and creativity, which is very important for emotional and cognitive development. Primary school age, 6 to 10 years. Primary school age is the period when a child begins to study at school and enters a new social circle. At this point, the development of self-control, responsibility, and discipline skills comes to the fore. Here, it is important to help the child cope with new responsibilities, support them in their studies, and explain that mistakes are not the end of the world, but an opportunity to learn something new. At this stage, it is very important to develop positive self-esteem and self-confidence in the child. Parental support plays a key role in this process. Adolescence from 11 to 18 years old. Adolescence is a difficult and important stage when a child begins to search for their identity, becomes more independent, and begins to actively build relationships with others. Teenagers often experience emotional fluctuations, can be irritable and unpredictable. During this period, it is important to maintain a trusting relationship with the child, be ready to listen to them and support them. It is important for parents to remember that at this age, the child needs recognition of their individuality and personal space, but at the same time requires boundaries and a guiding hand. How parenting affects a child's personality. Parenting affects the development of a child's personality in the long term. It shapes their worldview, attitude towards themselves and other people. It is important to remember that a child learns from the example of their parents. Your actions, your attitude towards people, towards life, all this becomes the basis for the child's behavior and thinking. When parents create an atmosphere of love, respect, and understanding, the child learns to be self-confident, open to the world, and friendly. Otherwise, if criticism, punishment, and coldness prevail in the family, the child may develop low self-esteem, fear of mistakes, and mistrust of others. And in conclusion, so friends, child psychology and upbringing are key aspects that shape the personality of a child and influence his future. Openness, support, and love are the main components that will help you raise a happy, self-confident, and successful person. Take care of yourself and your loved ones.